Welcome to this episode of Less Than 11 at 11. Today I want to talk to you about the subtle signs that your business and you may be out of alignment. Now, this is such an important topic because women often misread misalignment, misread misalignment as a motivation problem. And so they usually respond by pushing harder. And of course, that makes it worse. So today we're going to talk about the costs of misalignment and specific steps that you can create alignment with your business so that you and your business are partnering, working in tandem to achieve the results that you want. Now, here's the thing. Misalignment rarely announces itself loudly. It starts out very quietly as a whisper. It could sound something like this. I know what I should be doing. I just can't make myself do it. Or maybe it's a little bit louder and it says, I don't even recognize my business anymore. Or now it's the loudest when it says, everything feels so heavy. It's not any fun. Now it shows up in subtle ways. Those are the whispers to the loud voice. But what are some other indicators that you and your business might be out of alignment? Procrastination is a big one. Resistance to doing what you know you need to do to build your business. Maybe avoidance, second guessing. Maybe it's constantly thinking there has to be an easier way, or even a quiet sense of dread as you sit down to do your work. Please know that these are not flaws. There's nothing wrong with you. Rather, these are signals that you and your business are out of alignment. And the biggest mistake you can make is interpreting these signals as a motivation problem because they're not. It's actually your system giving you feedback. Here's what misalignment is actually costing you. And this is not in theory. This is real life cost. It costs you time because you're spending hours doing things that maybe you don't even need to be doing or that could be done in 30 minutes. But because you are fighting every step of the way, it's taking so much longer than it needs to. It costs you money because you're either not doing marketing consistently or not attracting clients consistently. Maybe you're not putting forth your brilliance, your confidence, your attraction factor consistently. It also creates problems with clarity. Everything starts to get kind of fuzzy and foggy because you don't know what to focus on. You don't know what offer to make next or what direction to go. You just know that something's off, but it is not a motivation problem. It costs you confidence because when your actions are not aligned with your values or your strengths or your natural rhythm, you start doubting yourself. It costs you client attraction. Your message isn't aligned. Your ideal clients are not going to hear you. They're not going to relate to you. They're not going to connect with you. Your audience knows when you are out of alignment. Another big one is energy cost. It costs you when you are not aligned with your business. It costs you energy. And oftentimes that is the first indicator, that energy misalignment. That might show up first before you start to see a decline in other aspects or other results. So that really can become your early warning system. So ask yourself these questions. Where are you pushing past your boundaries, your own boundaries that you've set? Where are you tolerating something that you no longer want to? What feels heavier than it should or needs to? Where are you performing instead of attracting? What part of your business feels like a chore? And what are you doing in your work because you've always done it that way rather than what feels right for you today? Alignment isn't about perfection. Alignment is about responsiveness, responding to your natural flow style, your energy, your values. That's alignment. And the sooner you can listen to those subtle whispers of discomfort, the less dramatic the course correction needs to be. Ignoring misalignment doesn't make it go away. In fact, it makes it scream louder and louder. So let's look at the steps to create alignment. These are practical dual steps that you can start using right away. Number one is name the misalignment. Don't just power through. Do this quick prompt. The part of my business that feels the most out of flow right now is, and fill in the blank. Then, the reason it feels so heavy is because, fill in the blank. Here's some examples. It feels heavy because I've outgrown the topic. It feels heavy because I'm forcing myself to market like an extrovert. It feels heavy because I'm not honoring my values, my natural flow and style, my voice. It feels heavy because I'm saying yes to things that I really am not interested in doing. Misalignment thrives in vagueness. So step number one is the very first place to start, and that is claiming it, naming it. Alignment starts with identifying where the misalignment is. Number two, identify the energy leaks. Misalignment usually comes from one or more of these leaks. It's the client type that you're attracting, an offer that's outdated, using marketing methods that are not you, a boundary you keep breaking, an expectation you've outgrown, or a pace that you cannot sustain. So try this. This is the prompt. If I could remove one energy leak from my business this month, it would be, fill in the blank. Step number three, make one micro alignment decision. One micro alignment decision. This is where the changes become real. So pick one small shift that creates immediate relief. Here are some examples. Stop offering 60-minute sessions and switch to 30-minute sessions if you're a coach. If you're doing complimentary discovery calls, have them 20 minutes. Another suggestion is to add a buffer day for each week. So for example, maybe it's Fridays. You have no calls on Friday, or perhaps it's Monday, or maybe you want to break midweek, but choose one day where you do not meet with clients. It's a buffer day for you to do what's important to you. Stop marketing in ways that you really don't like, that don't feel like you, that don't reflect your personality. And stop discounting your worth. Choose one of these, one item that you can micro align right now and start feeling better about the success that you're going to be creating. Step number four, create a return to alignment ritual. 10 minutes every week. Maybe it's a Friday or a Sunday. Alignment is what is your normal way of being, your flow, your energy, your style. It's not an emergency reset. It's your normal pace. So ask yourself, what energized you this week? What drained you? What felt true and aligned? What was natural and easy and in flow? What felt forced or heavy? And what's one change I'm going to be making next week? So alignment is not a one-time fix. It's an ongoing process, an ongoing relationship with yourself that you are building over time. Step number five, stop thinking of yourself as lazy or lacking motivation. Instead of asking, what's wrong with me, ask, what's trying to be corrected here? What's trying to get my attention? Resistance often means that you need a different system, something that's more in tune with your natural flow and style. Maybe you need some new boundaries, Maybe it's a new message that reflects the wisdom that you've gained in recent years. Maybe you've outgrown something that you're still using. So misalignment isn't failure. When you identify misalignment, it indicates growth. You are expanding, you're growing, you're developing every day, every month, every year. So let's do a quick recap. Here's the bottom line. Misalignment isn't loud at first. It shows up quietly as procrastination, irritation, resistance, fatigue. It's a heaviness that you just can't quite explain. Those are not character flaws. They are not motivation problems. They're feedback. You don't need more strategies. You need alignment because alignment brings back clarity and confidence and consistency. It makes your business easier and client attraction feels natural. And the good news is alignment doesn't require to burn everything down and start over again. It starts with one small micro alignment and you get to choose where you start. And when you're in alignment, life is easier. Your business is easier. And who doesn't want easier? I'll be back next week with more.